Hello, my cookies, and welcome. Welcome to Russell Cooks. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today, we have an amazing recipe. This is going to be a seared tuna, and we're going to pair it with a very earthy frisée and trumpet mushroom salad. Now, for the dressing, we're going to use some of the dressing on the frisée, and the rest, we're going to zhuzh up a little bit, and we're going to use that as the sauce for the tuna. I can't wait. We're outdoors next to a Breeo fire pit. There's no place I'd rather be right now. Now I know what we're doing. Let's gather our ingredients. You are going to need limes, some trumpet mushrooms. I have a Fresno chili here. Jalapeno will work as well. Got some chives, garlic, butter, harissa. Make your own, store-bought, mild or hot, doesn't matter. I got some frisée right here. I also got some cilantro. You're gonna need salt, of course. You're also going to need some olive oil. And last but not least, you're going to need a couple tuna steaks here, however many you want to serve. And I got some gorgeous looking ones right here. Look at this. 2 beautiful tuna steaks. These are thick and hearty tuna steaks. We're just going to get a really deep sear on either side. It's going to be rare on the middle. It's exactly the way I like it. So now that we know what we're doing, we've gathered all our ingredients, let's get cooking. All right, to start with our dressing, this is going to be like a lime vinaigrette. I'm going to be using 1 garlic clove, and I'm going to tame that kick. If you've ever watched me before, I'm going to tame that garlicky bite with a little bit of lime juice, and that will be the basis for this dressing. So I got 1 garlic clove. It's going to be about a teaspoon minced, and I'm going to do the juice from 1 lime, give or take. Depending on how much dressing you are going to make, I like a 1-to-4 or 1-to-5 ratio when it comes to acid to like the olive oil. So if you do a tablespoon of lime juice, you're going to want 5 tablespoons of EVOO to it. So I'm going to get the juice from 1 lime, and I'm hoping to get about 2 tablespoons out. I got my garlic floating in the lime juice. We're going to let it sit for about 5 minutes just to tame that. And we're going to prep some other ingredients while we're waiting. Let's do a little bit of cilantro. Let's do about 2 to 3 tablespoons minced cilantro. So start with about 1/4 to 1/3 cup. All right, I'm just going to cut these down the middle like this. Fry them up with a little bit of butter and salt. I am going to put a little bit of shallot in and chive. I know that's 2 onion things doing double duty essentially, but I think it's different levels, different depths of onion that I prefer here. For the shallot, I'm just going to do about 1 tablespoon of minced shallot here. All right, so I'm just going to do about 2 teaspoons minced chives here. You're saying, why 2 teaspoons, Russell? Well, that's the amount I have in my hand right now, so that's the amount I'm going to do. Let's go ahead and add our tablespoon of minced shallot, 2 teaspoons of minced chives, and our 3 tablespoons of cilantro. For the olive oil, we are going to add 8 tablespoons or 1/2 cup of olive oil. Now let's go ahead, stir that up, and we got a pretty simple, potent vinaigrette here. You're also going to add about 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Give it a taste. All right. Now remember, this is going to do double duty. This is going to dress our greens, and then we're going to add some harissa to it, spice it up a little bit with the Fresno, and get it on our tuna. So now that that's done and that's sitting, let's get searing this tuna, and let's get searing and cooking these trumpet mushrooms. For these trumpet mushrooms, I'm just putting a couple tablespoons of butter on here. Put it on, gonna let it melt. Gonna put them down, get some nice browning. While that's melting and I'm waiting to put those on, I'm gonna get these tuna steaks ready. I'm gonna season them up with salt, rub them with a little bit of oil. Boom, move on. And here comes the salt. Season it like you would a steak. Go ahead and rub it with a little bit of oil. All right, it's time to get these trumpet mushrooms on. Make sure these tuna are not going to stick. Let's go ahead and get our tuna steaks on there. I'm going to lower the grill as low as I can go. I really want a quick sear here. There's some good browning on those trumpets. Beautiful. God, it soaked up all that butter. All right, button mushrooms look done. Let's go ahead and get these off. Let's go ahead and flip the tuna. That is not nearly as seared as I want it to be. We will get there. I'm not worried about it. All right, let's go ahead and get these mushrooms off the sizzle platter. Season them up with a little bit of salt and chop these up for our salad. Let's check back on those tuna steaks and flip them. We're gonna give the tuna steaks about 30 more seconds, pull them off. All right, it's time. Let's get the tuna off. I'm gonna put this over here for now. Just quickly, I'm gonna put the head of lettuce on the grill, just to wilt the ends a little bit, give it a little bit of char. Just let it sit for about 30 seconds, not even 20 seconds. Look at that go. It's starting to wilt. All right, let's get it off. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that nice little char. I love it. Remember when I said save half the dressing? So that's what I'm gonna do now. I'm gonna put about half the dressing in here. Now the rest of this, chop it up, get it in with the dressing, cut up these trumpets a little bit. All right, it's time. Let's do this Fresno chili. You might not use the whole thing. I clean out the seeds. If you want it spicy, leave the seeds in. Put this in with our dressing. We're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of harissa. Nice peppery depth. I chose the mild harissa, which is why I'm adding the Fresno. All right, let's go ahead and stir all this up. And we got our sauce. Let's give it a taste. Let's give it a taste. That's fantastic. All right, it's time to plate. All right, let's toss up this salad with the dressing. I should have done more mushrooms. I almost bought like a couple pounds, and I was like, nah, 4 ounces will be enough. It was not enough. There you have it. Let's go ahead and dig in. This medium rare goodness. A little bit of the sauce on here. This is so good. This is delicious. The tuna is so meaty and steak-like. And then you get this bright dressing, a little bit of spice, some peppery depth, cilantro, lime, working in harmony. All right, let's do this frisée with the trumpet mushroom. Oh my God. The rich butteriness, earthiness of that mushroom. And then you get a little bit of the bitterness from the frisée. The brightness from the dressing and the cilantro, and then a little bit of salt. You know what? I think it needs a little bit more salt. A little bit of salt on. This is fantastic. It's easy. Delicious weeknight meal. So that was wood fire seared tuna with a harissa vinaigrette paired with butter seared trumpet mushrooms and a slightly charred frisée salad with a cilantro vinaigrette. If you like what you saw, don't forget to check me out. I'm on Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. The best way to support the channel is just subscribe. It's for free on YouTube. And I have a whole bunch of affiliate links down below each video. If you purchase something from them, I do get a little kickback, but it's only stuff I like, no junk on there. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I hope to see you next time. Take care.